Today, we decided to lower interest rates. As I will explain shortly, we took this step to help keep the U.S. economy strong in the face of some notable developments and to provide insurance against ongoing risks. The U.S. economy has continued to perform well.
I know this is everything what we want to hear today and to see the market potentially pump back to the upside. I'm going to show you what I expect from the FOMC meeting, where I'm going to take a trade today in regards to that, and what we need to look out for. Let's go. So today we are going to have another FOMC meeting in 7 hours and 21 minutes. We're gonna get to know if we are finally pivoting and will not get a rate hike or a rate cut. I don't believe that we're going to get a rate cut, guys, today, but what could happen in the speech of Jerome Powell later today, he could announce that keeping current rates at the current level could be the pivot, and in September, he's going to start to look at to potentially cut rates, because, he's always dancing around, he's never super clear when he wants to cut, so but maybe here and there we can pick up some signs, where he will say, maybe when we think about and talk in our conference about it, with my colleagues, we're going to decide, maybe in September. So trust me, if he is coming out and saying this, markets will pump like crazy already today, because everybody knows, okay, no rate hikes anymore. We have pivot. The cut is coming in September. Everything will break loose. If he is coming out saying this time no rate cut, no rate cut, we're keeping the current interest rates steady, and we have to take another look in September, then worst case in September, he is going to say, okay, we pivoted. We have now 3 consecutive months where we did no rate cut and also no rate hike. We kept it steady. Now it's time to cut. That's also something that is in the cards here. But I believe regardless what he is saying today, because he cannot say we are hiking again. There's no reason for that. Employment numbers are good. Unemployment numbers are good. The economy is strong. PCE is strong. So there's no reason not to come out in a bullish way for us today. So you kind of see the market anticipating this here already when we're looking at the DXY, because the DXY is today dropping. So guess what? Guess why? FOMC meeting. Jerome Powell will come out kind of bullish for us. There's no outcome where he cannot come out bullish for us. So the dollar reacts here in that sense already, pushing to the downside, which means money is going into risk on assets. Our trade here on the DXY is finally slowly playing out, as you can see, and I also expect that we keep going down here and that we potentially get a really nice continuation at the FOMC meeting later tonight. When we're looking at the Bitcoin chart, also here things starting to look like much better for us. We have filled both CME gaps here from last weekend and also from last Thursday. So the imminent CME gaps that we had are closed. We have, of course, still the bigger one here below us. But again, unless Powell comes out for some crazy reason, because he took some LSD or whatever, and says we are hiking rates again, we will most likely wait a long time to actually come down here and fill this CME gap. So it will remain there for quite a long time. Rather, what I believe is that we are going to see a soon a move back to the upside, and it will be most likely happening around the FOMC meeting. Here on Prime XBT, guys, remember, you can stand a chance here to win $1,000, 2 times $500 every single week, guys. You just need to sign up here and deposit $100 to be eligible for the draw that I'm gonna do potentially tomorrow for this week, the first one. And you see here our ton trade that I've given you is already nice and profit here. Now the account went already up by 20% in 4 days, guys. 20% It's small amounts, but we are getting there, you know. Remember, guys, I showed you this. Actually make good money with $500, even if it's a little bit slow. It will build up to big amounts. We're going to trade this to $10,000, and then we're going to decide if we continue or if we do something else with that. Maybe I do a giveaway of the $10,000. Who knows? Let's see what I'm going to do with that. So we are here nicely on track. I have my stop loss and profit. If I get stopped out, I'm already up 20% on the account overall. And we keep doing this, guys. Remember, if you want to trade with me together here on Prime XBT, sign up, deposit $100, potentially win $500. And as you can see, even with $500, we are able to manage to make here good money, even though it's a little bit slow. But this is the whole point. You know, if you don't have a lot of money, I want to show you that you can make slowly and steady good profits with that. So when we're looking now here at Bitcoin on our line chart, so we are scratching at the bottom of our support area, former resistance area. We need to see soon a turnaround, because remember what I said. If we start losing this and retesting and confirming this at resistance, then most likely we come a little bit lower and then potentially fill the CME gap that we have. So we don't want to see something like this. So we are still in the process of potentially completing here this inverse head and shoulders pattern. So but price needs to start to climb back to the upside and reclaim $67,000 approximately here on the daily chart. Also here on this daily chart, a reason for us to go up technically would be, or let me put it this way, not technically but fundamentally, would be the announcement of Jerome Powell that he comes bullish out today, which would then lead to the overall trajectory that we had planned out here to come into fruition, where price reverses back to the upside. Remember, I don't expect it to go straight back to $70,000 when he comes out bullish, but like 68, 67, 68, something like this is definitely in the cards here. You see also the bearish candles getting smaller and smaller, which is telling us that there is exhaustion on the sell side. So nobody is really able anymore to sell or wants to sell, and price will revert from here back to the upside slowly. The 4-hourly chart with the MDX algo indicators with the scalp gradient. Also here you see price cools down and is going sideways and kind of dancing around a little bit the entry level of $65,700. So you had multiple chances since yesterday to get in there. So I hope you got in. I'm definitely in. And now we just wait for the trade to play out, that we come back to $70,000 approximately and take our profit from here. The bounce zone, so here is a bounce zone, the worst case bounce zone, so because you know around FOMC things getting a little bit volatile, would be this here. This is the worst case where I believe if we go during FOMC a little bit lower, because the market is just a little bit erratic around FOMC, then I could imagine we come down here to like 65,300, 64,750, come here and then shoot straight back to the upside. So if you're already here in a trade, maybe set another limit order to get filled here to average down your entry. If you're not in a trade yet, same scenario, set 2 limit orders, one here in the green box, one at the entry level. And if you get filled on both, amazing. If you only get filled here on the original entry level, also fine, because from there we're going to reverse back to the upside quite quickly. So what I expect here to see over the next couple hours is potentially something. Again, a good indication is that here on the MDX scalp gradient, the candles are cooling down, so overall momentum is cooling down, which will give us the momentum that we need to push to the upside and getting here in a hotter phase of current price action. Again, if you want the MDX Algo indicator suite, which is helping us to make here a shit ton of money, use the link down below. You get 10% discount only with that link. And I think it's also limited. I cannot remember. So just make use of it, guys, as long as it's lasting, you know, with the link in the description below. On ZoomX, okay, my trade is a little bit underwater here, but don't forget, guys, I have $100,000 sitting here, so that will be another $1 million that I add to this trade. I will be then trading with $2.5 million if that order gets executed. If we come down here, so please, during FOMC, just let us push just a little bit, just like for a minute. Let's push down and I get filled and come straight back up. That would be amazing for me. I'm not worried about this trade. Like I said, I buy another $1 million worth of Bitcoin if we come down $1,000, and from there I definitely expect a bounce back to the upside here. So absolutely fine with me. Again, if you want to trade on ZoomX and get $10 for free, use the link down below in the description. That is definitely limited. You need to go to the rewards hub to claim your $10, guys. Don't forget, you have to go there to claim the $10. It's not magically appearing in your wallet. You have to go and claim it here. Also, a deposit bonus of $45,000 is still there. If you deposit a little bit of money, the more you deposit, the higher the bonus that they're actually giving you. On the liquidation levels, see here more shorts piling in right now. And again, guys, remember, when we see something like this, what does usually happen? Price pushes to the upside and takes out all these short players, comes back down and continues to go to the upside. So this is the most likely outcome that I see here. We need definitely today to reclaim the EMA ribbon. If we don't do that, we risk to flip into a downtrend. If we flip into a downtrend, we come definitely a little bit lower here into $63,000, $62,000. Basically touching the 200 moving average, taking out all the long liquidity on the over leveraged side, and only then continue the trajectory to the upside here. Also on the liquidation heat map, see here a scenario where we have a lot of liquidity on the long side concentrated around the $62,800, $63,400 level. So here's not a lot, here's like $4 billion. And you see again, above us is the major concentrated liquidity that is acting as a magnet for the price and is the higher probability play that we are going there in the short term. So because up here we have almost $6-7 billion from $70,000 to $71,200. So in a $1,200 spread, we have $6 billion that will get liquidated if the price comes up here and pushes into these levels. Also on Altcoin, still my trade is running, guys. One of the newer exchanges that I'm trying out right now, I'm slightly here underwater. I'm also absolutely fine with that. Again, guys, if you want to also try out this exchange, there's a link in the description. Just play around with that, So the more exchanges you have, the more diversified you are, So I like to not have my money always only on one exchange. I like to spread it around. Just if one exchange get into trouble, then I have a backup, or multiple backups to make sure that not all my trading money is gone because I had it only on one platform. Then the Bitcoin dominance is continuously dropping it to the downside as expected. I believe we're going to see continuation here to the downside for the rest of the day because of FOMC. Tomorrow, potentially come up a little bit, So if Bitcoin gets a nice push back up over the next 24 hours, then also the dominance will normally trace a little bit back up. Remember, guys, this is absolutely fine. We want this to be happening. We want some sideways consolidation in the dominance before we get another massive leg to the downside. Again, some sideways consolidation, then a leg to the downside, like the staircase that I explained already yesterday. Now, when we're looking at Ethereum, first of all had the second consecutive day of positive ETF flows, which is amazing, spot ETF flows. That's why you see Ethereum also bouncing here a little bit to the upside right now. If you are in that trade that I had given here since down here, you will be up now like roughly 3%, which is not that bad. So in here, we are forming a small pennant. So if I would go to a lower time frame, you will see a little bit better. And here the flag pattern would give us a target of $3,630 approximately. Ethereum tries to break out from this downward sloping resistance line currently. If we can manage to do that with the next 4-hourly candle, we will attack again the golden ratio. And in combination with the FOMC meeting, potentially we are breaking it finally to the upside. Flip it into support and get continuation in direction of $4,000. Again, guys, most of my altcoin trades are still happening on Bybit. You still get absolutely for free $500 if you deposit $100. You get a $500 position, guys. Just to be here politically correct, $500 position is what you get. You cannot withdraw the $500, but the profits out of the $500 position is what you can actually withdraw. You can trade all these coins here: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Book of Memes, Doge, Arbitrum, Jupiter, Ethereum Classic, Phantom, and this one I don't know what it is. So there's a variety of coins that you can trade to make some money here. Again, guys, take everything what you can get for free. If I would be you and I would have no money whatsoever, I would take every exchange offer where they throw free money around, So go and sign up with the link in the description, guys, because also this is not there forever. Then Telegram, TON is breaking here above the golden ratio, finally to the upside. Remember, I showed you the trade here on Prime XBT. I'm up here $106 already. If I get stopped out, I'm a little bit more up right now, like $128. Still holding this trade, but of course I want to make sure if FOMC goes crazy and we go to the downside that I get stopped out in profit, hence why I have there my stop loss currently. And that is also the top of the golden ratio here. I definitely expect here when I go into the higher time frames continuation. Look here on the daily. We are here just gearing up to the upside. So the imminent target would be $7. Around that level, I have also my take profit point on the current trade because there is a strong downward sloping resistance line. So I don't expect immediately to break it. And that's why I want to take a little bit profit here, raise my stop loss above my entry level, and then potentially continue to hold this trade to the upside. And a new trade setup that I found is Algo. Algo has also here this downward sloping resistance line. It looks like that in the next 5 hours we're going to break this. I will take a trade from here actually. I'm gonna risk it and take a trade from here, kind of like from here, and trade this up into the supply zone here from the MDX Algos above us, and just below the demand zone I'm gonna put my stop loss. So 5% stop loss, 14% take profit. So here it's enough if I trade with 5, 6, 7x leverage to the upside here. 16 cents is also a strong resistance level, as you can see, but indicators are telling us that we are going up. Stochastic buy signal, RSI going to the upside, MACD about to give a buy signal and print green candles. Hence, if we get bullish FOMC, also here we should get a nice pop to the upside. If you still want to farm an airdrop while you are trading, even if I'm here in a loss, guys, I'm still farming an airdrop on Margex and want an exchange without KYC, no VPN. Margex is the place to go for you guys. You can also copy trade me when I copy trade on a Margex. So also use the link in the description below for that. The next trade that we are looking at is Solana. Solana is actually also one of the coins that I trade quite frequently on Margex, so just that you know. You see that we actually came down to the 0.382 level where we usually bounce from, and actually also went to the 0.5. That was the level that we bounced from back to the upside, and then the 0.382 provided also support with a couple of retests, and then since then we are off to the races to the upside. So now you're wondering, okay, how high can we go based on the last high and the last low? And I'm going to remove then now here the other Fibonacci retracement. So now we have Fibonacci extensions. The imminent target would be $187 here to the upside. If we can flip the golden ratio also here on the extensions into support, then your next take profit will be the Fibonacci golden ratio extensions, $205. And that is more or less also where I have my technical target on my current Solana trade. I think it's $210 is my current target for Solana. And I can imagine once we are breaking $200, which will be a strong resistance on the way up, don't get me wrong, there will be a strong resistance to break. Once we are pushing through this, we're going to see a massive pop. So it could go straight $200, $210, $212, $220, something in that vicinity in my opinion. And you see also here on the 4-hourly chart, stochastic pointing to the upside, MACD also about to flip bullish, RSI going sideways a little bit, but it's also because we are under major resistance here, so we get some sideways chop on the lower time frames below 4 hours, hence why we see then something like this in the RSI. But I believe here also the next couple of hours will be quite bullish, and we see here continuation to the upside. Then back in the golden ratio, a good level to get into a trade. Here if you want to play it really safe, wait that we are breaking also here the downward sloping resistance line. When it comes to the gradient, you see also here price is cooling off. We're getting into a blue phase, which is telling us we're cooling off, and that will potentially mark a higher low, and from there we get continuation to the upside into our target here. Then GRT also coming here into the demand zone. I'm still holding this stupid trade. I really want to get out of it. Maybe I need to dollar cost average the position down and deposit a little bit more money into Bybit to do that. So we are technically here now at our stop loss level, more or less. You should have not been... No, actually you would be in here. But if you raised your stop loss when we touched here 20 cents 37, you should be either out at break even or in profit. So here I just wait for a reversal, and then around the golden ratio, I would say you can try to re-enter this at like, what is this? 19 cents. 19 cents is a new entry because also here we are overextended, oversold already, and should get a reversal pretty soon here. Again, could be in alignment with FOMC. And guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'm going to see you with more profits tomorrow.